Lambona kufulezwa. Yeah. Shit. Lambona kufulezwa. Halson matisi jwa. Jesus. That's why I love retreats. You know, because I can always plug myself everywhere and start talking. Now I had to start with a class. Supposedly now, the computer can only take 16 participants. And as if like that's not enough on a brothel, I cannot even join the call that I started. Jesus. But it's probably your guys' energy as well. That's how energy works. For the people of black descent, that's what makes your TV jam up when you walk past it. They call it melanin, the gift from the gods. So I'm hosting up the first class on this platform. But if you think that you're going to be joining for free classes, you know, I'm just using this platform for the night. This is an introduction to the chakras. Hey man, I got all my energies lined up for the class. Now I have to come. You know? So whoever that's going to be joining me, please forgive me in advance. The shit is going to be going down. Down, 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 down. We're going to be talking about the demiurges. Things that suck on your energy. Like, did you see what happened in the WhatsApp group or off the platform? We were about to go live as I was busy, you know. And now people are, no, we cannot be able to get in. Let us in. Yeah. But actually, you guys should stop making me feel that important. It's too much. My head is already big. Lihle, thank you. Chris. Mzansi Stana Nombuso. So I'll wait for the people to come in. By the way, the session for tonight is dedicated to the people that are in a class. You'll see them as they walk in. Please make chairs for them. If you didn't pay, you can go sit at the back. You know, I'm just teasing, man. Join us. Let's have fun with us. I'm talking about the chakras tonight. We're gonna be talking about a lot of ancestors, genetical memory. I'm gonna be showing you guys that this that we call the pineal eye, which is called the third eye. This is actually the first primordial eye. It is supposed, in a lot of mythological texts, it is supposed that at one stage we were non-physical beings. We're going to be sharing from that text. And it's like the spirit. You know how the spirit works. If you're in a WhatsApp group, check out, there was a book that was shared today about the emerald tablets of Thoth. And there was some very dangerous Bible. You know? Hey, when? Now I got all my shared chakras lined up because I was going to talk about the chakras. So now if you still hiding behind a belief, we're going to be shattering the motherfucker tonight. But this is not going to YouTube. You know, I want to be respectful to people that paid for the session. This is class, by the way. Not to say that I'm the teacher. No. The waves, the energy, the ether, the great mother, the triple darkness of space, the subconscious mind, your right and brain, it's running the show. I did say, if you're not up to speed, this was meant for the class. So I got my notes. You know, I'm not going to let this word notes go to waste. Yeah, we all struggling. Hey, we all struggling. So I'm waiting for the people to come in. Karen, thank you. We couldn't go on live in our WhatsApp group, but we're going to be having it here. So if you're new, follow the brother. If you want to know how or what is it that I'm talking about, join in. I'm going to be here until I finish. I don't have a lot of notes. It's like 3 points. But the cardinal point of, or the gist of this channel is healing. We are on a process of healing, and unfortunately healing has to do with a lot of unlearning. You somehow going to have to unlearn that you are useless for you to start being useful. And you are the one, or you are the one who's going to have to write that program. Because whatever your life is, it's a program that you wrote. You think somebody's punishing you? I mean, like, as of today, it's 8.75 billion of us. Do you think God is probably sitting there in heaven and getting worried? Like, oh, Sidiso doesn't have a Mac. Mac could have put a lot of participants on TikTok or class. No, the universe is not like that. Because God became man. Your job as a physical being is to become God again. That's being born again. But not church-wise, you know. Oh, so by the way, it's a bit uncensored. This was meant for the class. So if you still a little bit, you know, in a religious box, it will be nice for you not to join. So I'm setting up things. I wanted to let the people that I'm here, the class is going to be happening here. If you are new here, follow the brother, please do. If you want to be part of the classes, because I'm going to be sorting out this load shedding. Oh, no, not load shedding. You know, I almost sounded like the Minister of Electricity there, you know. We're going to be sorting out this load shedding story. We're going to be sorting out the technological stories. From tomorrow onwards, classes are not going to be broadcast here. Or from Wednesday. Because we got our classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm here. Let your friends know. Let them know that that guy that says God is a woman and she's black, he's around. Tonight we're speaking about chakras, but we're speaking about it not from the healing perspective, but from the application perspective. So if you've ever wanted to use the energy, I know on this platform, like I said, everybody from the walks of life are here. If you are a witch and you want to know how to do the rituals, come in. If you are a pastor and you want to know the scriptures that you need to quote, come in. With that being said, this is such a free platform. No mbuso, don't worry, but everybody's here. So I'm going to take a bit of a break, set up my stuff, and we're going to be here until we finish. I think moderator will give us that time, because I'm going to need like an hour to finish up the whole chakra system. After this, that broom that you've always wanted to fly with, this time is going to start. You know? I mean, like, I can't be teaching you guys everything. You know? Hey, pretty! You like that? I like it too. The reason why I stretch up all these concepts, there's this thing that we're going to have to collectively kill. But, by the way, we don't have to do a lot of work. Already the ego is going through what they call celestially. That is, if you got eclectic taste. Eclectic taste, it's when you are into funny studies like astrology, astronomy, witchcraft, you know, gnosis. By the way, gnosis, it's a hidden part of Christianity. You thought that Christianity didn't have a hidden part? It's called gnosis or Gnostics. Better yet, search out the Essenes. Pretty much every religion has his hidden part, or its hidden part. I'll tell you an example. When you go to Judaism, which is inspired mainly by Hebrew, there's a system of divination called, or the system of path called the Kabbalah. The Sephiras, the Malkuth, Keppera. Oh, by the way, this is for the class, so if I'm not holding it back, and you used to be talking about constipation and sex, it's going to be a little bit different tonight. This is a class that we were supposed to have. So if you're still into some religious stories, in a sense of you're still stuck with morale, you're not supposed to smoke, you're not supposed to have sex before marriage, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to be talking about masturbation, go check out my video that I did on masturbation on YouTube. And I tell you that because what we have to battle with right now as the world is changing, it's guilt. A lot of us are silently sitting on guilt. And we don't want to let it go. Somehow, we feel as if like we're making progress when we're guilty. But you don't know that if you are an incessant guilt-tripping person, you are feeding your root chakra, but not in a nourishing way. Your root chakra is all about balance. Oh, by the way, I've started. So, you can check in and tell me at least you hear, particularly the people that could not make it on a WhatsApp platform, which is whence we were supposed to be having our platform of class. We even tried with a computer. Imagine me, look at me. I was on a computer, boss. My wife actually took some pictures, So, hey, Jimi Hendrix. So tell me if you knew, tell me if you love what we're talking about. We're talking about chakras tonight, but we're not necessarily going to talk about it from what we know. Necessarily. We're going to be talking about it from that information that has been left. They call it hidden. Because a lot of people don't know that Christianity has its magic site. They call it Gnosis. You want to know who's the Gnostic of the day? In case you want to supplement your research. Number one Gnostic. Go check out the guy by the name of Adam Clayton Powell. Adam Clayton Powell. Number two, go check out Reverend Ike. That guy that has, that hairstyle, that 7 chakra. Hey! Hey, Silas, I'm probably wasting your time, man. You'll be like, hey, get it on, bro. Let's build. I'm here. My wife will give me a chance, for me to finish up this, because I need to finish up the class. So in case you want to rock up with a comment, you want to rock up with a gift, thank you very much, Musa. Silas, tone it down. By the way, if you are on a conscious journey and you are done with the concept of going to hell, heaven and earth, whatever, please go read the book of Revelations. But when you read the book of Revelations, I want you to become a metaphysician. What's a metaphysician? Somebody that understands the working of the energy. By the way, that's the title of the classes, Energy at Work. I don't give a damn, do you want to use your magic? Or do you want to use your energy to get a car? Do you want to use your energy to get married? Or do you want to use your energy to get laid? Or do you want to use your energy to make money? Because, by the way, that's what all of us can do. It's just that there's a lot of baggage to the words. Meaning of stuff has been taken out of the window. Did you guys know that witchcraft means law of attraction? For you Christians that don't believe in ancestors, where do you think that affirmation of a car came from or comes from? Because when you do affirmation, you sit like this. I have a car, I have a car, I have a car. There's no car here. You know, there's no car. I mean, like you pedestrian, just like my ass. There's no car here. But somehow in your mind of minds, you know that you got the car. That's what affirmation is. That's what magic is. That's what law of attraction is. That's what witchcraft is. All in one sentence. Energy manipulation. Yeah. Some people use it for lightning, particularly if you got enemies. But here's a free caution for you guys that are doing the work, because I know you must have opened some few chakras, and you know as you open some few chakras, you start getting powers. Yeah. They call CD. Cedar plural. CD when it's one, cedar plural. Loosely translated, it's in Hindu, Sanskrit. It's called Siddhi or Siddha. Loosely translated, it's called extrasensory perception. You can talk to trees, man. Stop taking yourself so cheap. You know, can you please? Hey, McNeil, no. It's just that I can tell the fire in your life right now. And if you bring it here, we're going to open, or we're going to break the internet the second time around now. You know? No, man, I'll entertain you. I just want to run up a concept so that I can finish. Remember, this session has been paid for, eh? It's like when you're watching TV, if McDonald's pays for an advert, even if you are a friend of the manager, McDonald's has to get the airtime. Right now it's my airtime. I'm also giving you guys the gift as you signed up for the class. By the way, speaking of McDonald's, for you junk food people, let's gather here quickly. I'm one of them, so you're not to be guilty. You know, let's all gather here just quickly. Next time, let me get this one through next time. I know your heart is throbbing. You know, if I put it on here, you're going to break the whole thing. But it's fine. If you're new, please follow the brother. And if you're just astonished, you're just amazed that the guy, what is he talking about? We normally expect such things to come from the people with three-piece suit, with better lighting, and the time is now that we have to accept our divinity, whichever the way how we are. It's part of being God. You accept yourself unconditionally with your flaws and all. But we've been taught that it's okay to feel guilty. It's okay for you to compare yourself with other people, which, by the way, that's all that social media does. But the foodie, the people that are into takeaways, let's all gather here. I'm going to speak about two companies or two food industries that I know that you guys fuck around with. McDonald's and KFC. What are the predominant colors of these two fast food restaurants? Red. What is the color of your cervix chakra or your base chakra? Red. Why do you think that they call food comfort food? When you go out and fuck around with McDonald's, KFC, all you see is red. It becomes comfort food because it makes you forget about shadow work. By the way, food is a drug. We're going to be sharing a lot of books, which is what we were going to do in a WhatsApp group. But if you hear, God damn it, you're going to get it for free. You know, But starting from Wednesday, no, the shit is going down, bro. Maybe by then, the people in the WhatsApp group would have bought me the Mac 10, you know. You just never know. Because the laptop that I use it's Windows 10, so it can only take 16 participants. So now, the color is red. So now when the color is red and you eat food, there is a way on how the food gets metabolized in your system. And this has to do with your pleasure system, which toggles around with your hormone system. And your hormone system is connected to your chakra system. That is why you get to learn that a lot of people's chakras are broken. They have a lot of spaces. Instead of them spinning this way, they might be spinning counterclockwise. And even the colors, even the smell. Because you can tell the shit. But you gotta do the work. You know? Oh yeah, here's a book. You happy to be here? You get it? Hey man, hey Taps, come on. Send the likes at least. Send the likes at least, eh? I'm gonna be here for some time. If you wanna subscribe to the channel, by the way, you can do that. If you wanna sign up for the class, and how about Oja Chef? Because we're sitting where we're sitting because we've been eating things for free. As a result, we ate poison. Pretty much all the people have been waiting for Jesus to come back. Ain't gonna happen. You know. And when you start telling people that, people start getting mad at you as if like they're gonna be paid for defending a religion that they don't even know where it came from. And now you start being a bad person. You know. But if only you read, you would have known that the Bible was not a literal book. The Bible was not a novel. The Bible was a story speaking about a temple, which is your body. A lot of people think that the book of Leviticus, where temples were being built, a lot of people think that these were physical temples. Hey man, didn't you even read in Leviticus, there's a part where it says, there was a temple that was built, but there was no sound, there was no chisel, there was no hammer. How do you build a temple without those three? The Bible was talking about this. These are the temples. But then if your church has aircon, you get to see the ladies. For you freaks out there, because I know a lot of people go to church for different reasons. This is one of the books, please get it. I know McNeil has it. It's Optimum Nutrition Bible. This book is by Patrick Holford. Hey Silas, I like the way how you do it. You keep it short. You know? By the way, what we do here on this platform, because I strongly believe that all of us are proponents of energy. How na steri me here? You can see behind me there's shit ton amount of books. The books that we're going to be sharing tonight, it's shit ton amount of books. With that, I'm trying to discourage you from following anybody. Not in a disrespectful manner, like woke people do it. You know, woke people, the moment they realize that the church has been lying to them, they go on a ranting campaign. You know, telling everybody, stop praying. When you pray to your ass, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. You are as bad as the people that you're trying to change from or to leave. There's nothing that is different between you and somebody that Bible bashes an individual. So don't do that. If there's one thing that you're going to do on the journey, particularly if you want to progress, keep your humility. Go check out Kendrick Lamar's song. The name of the song is Humble. I like the way how the hook goes. It says, bitch, sit down. Be humble. So if you know a lot, this is probably not your platform. If you're still involved in how people look, or you haven't heard it in the news, you know, hey man, I have to bust this bubble. Ain't no shit that you're gonna get from the news that is legit. I can tell you now. Harbage. You can quote me there. If you're still into the media telling you the reality, your energy has been, or it's being fed upon. Somebody's eating. I did warn when I started that this is going to be a little bit different, because this was supposed to be a class. So in case you just hopped on and it's too hot, you know, you're like, hey, come on. You know, but in case maybe it tickles your fancy, send me a WhatsApp. My numbers are right here on the platform so that we can sign you up for classes. Oh, we got that Optimum Nutrition Bible, right? From the same guy. I know McNell is going to go berserk. 100% Health by Patrick Holford. Are you suggesting something, McNell? Should we hook up a ritual? You know? Yeah, man. Did you guys get that? Let me just make sure that you guys got the books. Oh, the best way, I heard, you get the book, you take a screenshot. From the same author, Patrick Holford. But now, with this one here, there's something that I have to read. It was part of my notes. So I'm going to do that. Sit back. Relax. This is a class from somebody who doesn't even know what he's talking about. So there's no pressure on your ass. Roll up whatever that you're rolling. It's Monday. I know it's not everybody that drinks on a school day, you know. Like me. You must be like me. Take it from me. I'm a very good example. Hey man, I think I've been sleeping on Dianetics about L. Ron Rubin's book long time ago, like 2 months ago. That time when you were studying, when you were asking me about Scientology. Don't be telling me that I went on the whole campaign because you introduced me to that concept. You know. But thank you very much, my brother. That's how the healing of the universe is going to be administered. Not by big things, but by small things. Taught to you by you. Right now, the universe is talking, even if you're not listening. Not on this platform. You know for sure we tapped in here. If you can tell. But if you can't, you tapped in and tapped out. You know? So I want to read something from this book here. I made some notes because I know I tend to go a long time. Is something broken here? Or are you guys taking notes? By the way, I don't like what you guys did to me, you know. Like when that computer all of a sudden could not go on. And, you know, it's like, I don't know if you saw me when I came in earlier on. I mean, I was so sweaty and shit, you know. I'd be like, oh my God. For an example, what you did there, in case I did not have my ego intact, I would have thought that I was important. That is part of shadow work. How do I explain the totalness? Yeah, we get into that. You want to get that? Oh, yo. How did you even know? That's what I hate about you, or what I like about you. I'll tell you something about the science of hate and love as we get in. We're living in a dual world, right? So high is low, right? Hate is love. You get that? Hey, Crystal X, hey man. You know, it just fucked up everything. It zapped up the whole story. Oh, by the way, welcome everybody that is here. Have your guys' coffee. It would have been on a class, but we decided to do it on this platform. So for you suckers that are having it for free, don't expect me to hold back. Because witchcraft is on a cards tonight. McNeil just hinted something about the full moon on Thursday. For you witches out there, you know, give us a suggestion. What should we do on Thursday? Christians, I'll come to you, you know. We've been talking about Christians for a long time now. So I'm reading up from this book here, 100% Health by Patrick Holford. We're speaking about chakras this evening. I've already started speaking about the Corvix. I think energy is more felt. I want to explain that question. Hey, my love, hey, you biting away at it, hey? Don't finish it, ne? I wanna say something about the energy. By the way, if you're here on the platform as well, you can interact. That's a nice thing. The perks that you get of being, you know, here. For the giftings, Kyalebua, if you're still stingy, we're gonna pray for you. Hopefully tonight you will go home delivered. You know, disclosure every morning. Hey man, hey. Let's go. In case you get this book, I'm reading from chapter 1. 100% Health by Patrick Holford. Right now, the same shift is taking place in our understanding of health. Much of today's medicine and the way we consider our health is based on the theories of Sir Isaac Newton and his 17th and 18th century contemporaries. This guy here doesn't hold anything back. He tells you straight that at some point Isaac Newton fucked up. And oh my word, he did. You know, he did, along with his Albert Einstein components friends. Apparently they say Pluto is... Hey man, go check it out. Hey, some of these astrology stuff, they get me crazy, man. I have, you know, have you ever had that subject that you study on your spiritual journey and you somehow can't do it sober? You know, it's either you're gonna be on some wine or you're gonna be on some grass or whatever the drug of your choice. By the way, love is also a drug. Forgiveness is also a drug. Healing is also a drug. Self-acceptance is also a drug, the big one. Because remember, part of you being God is to take care of the shit that is happening in and around you. Good and bad. You know? Hey man, you're gonna have to start dealing up with your demons. Because demons are nothing but fabrication of your thoughts. You see ghosts. You start hearing voices. Your ears start ringing. You start having a very ill-behaved reproductive organs. You know, you just, you know, your libido is off the charts. These are something but symptoms of waking up. So you should find it out yourself. They saw the world and a human body as a machine made out of parts. This is Isaac Newton. This is the nigga that gave us gravity. Apparently, he was sitting under the tree somewhere. Probably he was high. I don't know. Probably I'm wrong, you know. Go check the encyclopedia. So Isaac Newton was sitting under the tree and the apple fell. You know, and out of the apple falling, he postulated or discovered gravity. But now here's what Isaac Newton never paid attention to. The opposite of gravity is levity. When you levitate, or the monks that levitate, these are the people that don't give a damn about the laws of nature. Because it turns out that you are much more bigger than nature. Because you created nature. I did say that we're not going to be holding back. Go do your own research. If you can't use this fact right now, put it somewhere. My head is quite big enough. I have a lot of files in here. Compartments and compartments. Dark stuff, light stuff, dark stuff, dark. You know, I tell you how dark this shit gets. Let me just leave you alone. To understand health, they believed you just imagined each part and then put all the parts together to get the whole picture or the whole system going. These are the niggas that gave us, or they're not even niggas. These are the people that gave us the 8 cardinal teachings. Do you still remember there was a time, the period that they called the Enlightenment period? The Dark Ages, which led to the Renaissance period. The Renaissance period is then where you had the likes of Leonardo da Vinci, you know, your Copenhagen's, you know, your Vesalius. Vesalius is that guy that firstly started dissecting the body. I think Isaac. Just like Zacharias' teaching. But we'll talk about it. It's not tonight. Tonight we might have people that are just starting in this journey, you know, and they're like, I don't even know what you're talking about, you know. It's because I did not prepare something for the TikTok. I was preparing for the class, you know what I mean? And McNeil, it seems it's like it's only you having fun here. Who else is having fun? Or who else is shocked? My wife asked me to take some survey. Since well now people are paying for the class, they need to get the statistics as well. You know. So this is for research purposes. You know. You the love for me. Yeah, no, when you know, Lindy. Well, let's crack it up. Let's crack it up. Who thinks that I'm going to hell? We also need that for the numbers, please. Who thinks that I'm being rude by using Vaslap on live TikTok? You're having fun here. We're holding pens. Listen to yourself. Okay, let's go then. It's for statistical purposes. Forget not your giftings, please. But this is how then we do it. Instead of you giving me your money for free, you get a class. I almost sound like a new ager there, ne? To understand health, they believed that you just imagined each part and then put all the parts back together for the whole thing to start working. Each part of the body could be broken down and examined to find out how it worked. This kind of thinking led to hospitals with departments for each body system. The concept of transplants and surgical removal of parts that did not work or weren't found to be or to have a function, like your appendix and your tonsils. Done with this book. I'm reading from this book. You got that one, right? What does this have to do with the chakras? You might be asking, because it sounds so irrelevant. When you come to understand yourself, I know a lot of you guys are probably the proponent of know thyself axiom. I guess that's why you're here. Yeah, you know what you can do? Find the second book stores. What they're doing now, they're giving away all this information. If I was to show you how much I bought that book for, you're probably going to fall from your chair. Fuck it, let me show you anyway, because it's still part of the talk. Please don't laugh. Amongst some of the information that I get, it's like this one here. This is, can you guys see up there? How many zeros are there? 1. Do you know what is this book? It's a book that I'm going to read next. An Introduction to Psycholinguistics. For 10 rands. You know, this one is just that it's not priced because it had a bit of moist and the pages are a little bit crumped up, except like I give a fuck about that. They gave it to me for 5 rands. You know why? Because I can bet you guys right now, there's 32 of us in here. None of you guys will ever dedicate enough time to read. Some do. Some claim to do. And I can tell that you don't. Let me give you some few statistics. There were times back in the days where I used to put books in a WhatsApp group. Even not a lot. And I will deliberately highlight the attention around it. But people will be looking at it like they look at you when you ask for money. Especially when you're giving them knowledge that is even worth than how big their ass is. They look at you like that, you know. When you are a conscious person and you say to them, please give me money, they'll be like, ooh, we like it when you speak about chakras, but ish, once you change to money, ooh, not so much, eh? So I'll send a book in a WhatsApp group and I'll take you people, please read on this book, I'm going to be talking about it. I come back and I talk about it and people are looking at me as if like it's, ooh, where do you come from? I'll tell you which book was that. The Alchemist. People were shocked when I told them that the philosopher's stone that we work towards in the science of alchemy, it's not the stone, it's not the gold that is outside. Paulo Coelho in that book, The Alchemist, when he speaks about the philosopher's stone, this is a Renaissance period science. The philosopher's stone, it's not the gold outside. It's opening up your heart. That's why that boy had to struggle so much. People were conning him. You know, he had this and he went there, he bought that, and this guy promised him glitz and glamours, and he was like, yeah. And when I broke it down like that, people were like, but we didn't get that book. I was like, but it's The Alchemist. Getting back to my subject. Harabaling. Let's do it while it's still legal. Because the shit is going to change. Like you've never believed it. So go to the second-hand bookstores. Well, if you're not cheap, take a lot, baby. You know? Yeah. Sacred Goddess Dumela. If you hear, this was supposed to be the class. Hey, bro, my pause is $40. You must share the... Yeah. I can also be a runner for you. If you want a book, I video call you while I'm at the second bookstore. You choose a book, I can go through it for you. Then you obviously gonna have to pay a certain commission, and I pex it to you. You probably with 100 rand you're gonna get like 20 books. Isn't that value for money? But then your commission must be, you know, because I'm gonna be taking my time out of my ass here. You know, then I can pex it to you. I think I can hook you up to that extent. This goes for all the people that are here. I know it's going to be too much for me, but while they still have that bookstore there, can we please ransack it? Even if you're into needlework, they have it. If you're into porn, they have it. If you're into novels, ooh, they will. I got like novels here, I got books here that are going out of my ass. You don't read books, you read yourself. Are you that advanced? Which is where we need to go, by the way. At some point, we're going to have to graduate books. You're the best book to read, man. Don't pretend as if like you didn't know. So I'm done with that one. I'm getting to this one here. Sacred Goddess, where are you? Are you on the other side? You happy with that deal? You happy with the taps? If you're happy with the deal, my numbers are here, man. But make your commission worthwhile, you know. You know, as I'm a speaker of note, listen to what things I'm talking about. You having me running for you. You're probably not going to afford me. By the way, that's how it made me feel when I could not go live on a class and everybody was like, we cannot get in. You guys should stop doing that to me. Yeah, we do. You send me a WhatsApp, cool, we'll do that. So in case Chane mention there, please that put me to a class. Or if you just want to give me J, let me know. The class is 50 rand. It goes for an hour. Yeah, I'll save it up. It's going there, straight up there. So we're speaking about chakras tonight. I'm done with the root chakra. The root chakra, it's red in color. It's controlled by your sense of worth. If somehow you have traumatic experiences that have shaped your personality, because that's what a personality is. You shy because of something that happened. You do not just wake up born shy. Nobody's born shy. Have you seen how babies are? You learn to be shy. So what you do is you go back, and I'm talking about shyness. Some people are dealing with very sensitive issues. Rape. Unemployment. Suicidal thoughts. Maybe your machine is not working. You know, you're like, hey man, could this be the age? It's not the age. It's the stress that we're putting ourselves under. Most of our sexual problems, if we were to deal with our shit in here, they'll be gone just like that. No Viagra needed, my friend. No KY gel needed, my sister. The shit is all in your mind. I did say that we're not holding back tonight. And by the way, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. If you're new here, we were going to talk about this in class. This is a private session. You don't, you know. So let's go back and read then. So if you want to deal up with your root chakra, let me bundle up your second chakra here. Your second chakra, it's called your sacral chakra. Or when you're talking about the trauma, when you go to your pain, you need to be respectful. I do understand that some pains don't need you really sober. You know, I don't know what's your drug of choice. Some people pray, some people meditate, some people light candles, some people do incense, some people do, there's a lot of shit that we do. It's not for me for you to, or for me to judge you, to tell you what to do. Hey bruh, if you believe in a rock, go to town, man. So I'm just gonna close some windows because mosquitoes are killing me. Get a bit of a water refresher. You can also do that. I'm also gonna be asking for a little bit of an extension from the house. The goddess has seen that I tried. So now I'm gonna have to go a little bit long on this TikTok. If you want to take a break as well, if what also you know, just so that now your family doesn't start killing me, do that. It'll take like 2-3 minutes. But if you're not gonna be here totally, you gotta hop off. You can do that. I'm gonna take it to YouTube. It's gonna be slightly longer, but you're gonna have to bear it through. It's your money's worth. You gave me your 50 rands. I'm giving you your 5 million in your hands. Window. You guys are starting to rock on me now. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go right at us. It looks like the brother is black and I'm black. You Christians, before you start running away, you know, this is nothing but. Let me just try to make it shiny. While we're waiting for the people to come in through. By the way, Dumela, he's waiting for me to leave. Haha, blame, Maori, Ora, world side. What's happening? Yeah, this time they taught me something. Let me show you how it works. Whoever that showed me this button, you probably don't want to go to heaven, you know. They call it block. Yeah. So this is, by the way, it's just a bit of, it's part of the classes it's part of the class in session. This is how it works. What I just did there. Before I can explain this. Sometimes when you start waking up, or as an empath start building the boundaries, a lot of people are gonna start trying to push and try to fuck around with you. Don't let up. If it doesn't feel good in your heart, even if Tony Robbins, even if Deepak Chopra said it takes love to build the community. Hey man, hey man, we're sitting where we're sitting right now because of love. We're falling in love with the situations that are happening around us. People are drowning in pain. We're sitting with this knowledge to tell people that it's all in your mind. But there are, I'd say, forces or sources that are still undermining people's worth. Like religion, for one. Whoever that introduced the concept of thinking that God is outside of yourself, for me that's blasphemous. Particularly when you read the book of John. Read the whole of it. But I want you to stop at chapter 10 and breathe when you get to chapter 10. And you should remember me. It's going to go, and it's going to get to a point whereby they want to kill Jesus. I don't know whether is it his disciples or somebody who was watching. And Jesus says, I've done all these great works. I've healed the people. I've done the miracles. For which of these are you stoning me for? They say, no, miracles, good. You know, we're just going to have a bit of a problem when you start calling yourself God. And he asked them, 34, he says, isn't it written in your books or in your scriptures that ye are gods? And scriptures cannot be broken. We hold them highly, right? Boom! Right there. He says that ye are gods. Greater things I have done, you guys can surpass. They killed him for that. Okay, to replace God, energy. That's it. Getting back to your question, what is energy? Let's go back to standard 2, physical science. Remember that science? We used to have a book, and the book will be divided like this. There'll be biology this side, there'll be physical science this side, physical science this side. And towards the end of the biology, they will give you the reproductive systems. Woo! We used to love that. This was pretty much the only time where you could see a female reproductive organ without feeling guilty about it. You know? And then you'll be looking at it like, whew. I guess that's why a lot of guys passed biology. So if you're new here, don't let me talking by myself. I'm not a Presbyterian pastor. I'm also not a teacher. Hey, Chrissy! Hey, Chrissy, man. We're having a class here on TikTok. I'm going to go for some time. But I'm going to put these on YouTube as well. If you haven't seen my videos, they're quite long and very tedious. Tamara! Very tedious. So what you can do is check them out. You can download them if it has that functionality. But while you're at it, in case it starts coming with ads, you know, because the nigga is trying to make it. If it happens, don't skip them or whatever. You know how it works. You've been on YouTube land for long. And please subscribe when you're there. Don't mind the quality. I take these videos as they are. I think it's high time now that we move past how things look, but we go to how we feel. Which takes me to the second chakra called the sacral chakra, orange in color. We're speaking chakras tonight, but I'm mixing and meshing it all over here because I got a lot of notes. A lot of books to share as well. If you're just hopping on here, and you might have missed the books that I've shared earlier on, asseblief, send me a WhatsApp so that I can add you to the WhatsApp group. Because wherever I can, I try to share the books that we've spoken about. To take a little bit pressure off you. You don't necessarily have to change nothing in your life. If you still go to church, please do so. If you still do your traditional stuff, please do so. I'm the wrong guy to ask about what religion to go for. In my life, I'm still working on my God concept. We've grown up knowing that God is just a God that's gonna, come here, kitty kitty. Hey, I love you so much, you know. I'm not gonna hurt you, you know. Let's go. But the wrath of God, we've relegated it to that devil guy. You know that guy. How does the wrath of God play? Your mom dies. Or they're busy firing you now. You know? And you're like, Jesus. And we just got the baby, bro. This somehow, it could be God trying to peel you off. So the next time when you mention God, don't treat God like that. Don't mention God and the devil in one sentence. It doesn't belong there. If you think you're God and hell and heaven, it's nothing but the state of mind, kick the nigga over. But now how do you get rid of the devil? You start accepting your hurt self. Because the devil, this figure that the Romans gave us, feeds from your pain. Romans. You know? Oh, here's another thing. Oh, here's the thing. Hey man, whichever system that you're going with, don't think that I'm going to help you there. All that I'm talking about is we're replacing God, we're calling it energy. What is the definition of energy? That which runs everything. McNeil said, how can I explain it to a 3-year-old? What is energy? Energy is that which runs everything. The book is energy. This is energy. You. Yeah. You think you're useless? No. You're very important. Woo-hoo. Hey man, you got no idea how important you are. Let me just run some few statistics for you. I'll give you a source as well, so that you don't say it comes from me. Go check out The Matrix, all of them. The movie, Keanu Reeves, the reluctant leader. Woo. Hey man, they killed it on The Matrix. I don't know if they were aware, but I think they are aware. If you can decode the movie. Here's what happens in The Matrix. I don't know which one. Was it the last one? There comes a time when Neo wakes up. Oh, by the way, this is the structure of a class. This was the way how it's supposed to be. So, if you see me being animated, it's because, you know, I wanted to impress the people that came to the class. Because a lot of them were still like, hey, we wonder whether we're gonna, ooh, my 50 rands. So I was, you know, I was about to do this to you guys in a WhatsApp group. But we're gonna get it right. I think on Wednesday we'll be back on, where we're gonna be privately doing these sessions. But this is gonna go to YouTube. And for you guys that think that I'm a preacher here and you don't want to interact with me, it's late at night, man. Get your comments up, get your following us up. If I don't answer your comment, I still like it. Just bring it. Because we're working with the algorithm here. But then if you want to gift to the brother, I'm not going to be sending your money to God. Please do. You know, at church they tell you that if you give the money, they're going to send it to God. No, me, I'm going to use it. I have a retreat that is coming in March, and I don't work, so I'm busy doing fundraising for me and my wife, because we also pay for the retreat. Probably thinking I'm such a sneaky motherfucker. Yeah, man. But that's the thing. Let go of the guilt, because the guilt holds you back on your root chakra. When you go to the sacral chakra, I know that there's something that I did not finish. I'll get back to it. I want to finish up the chakras. I'm going to be doing 20 lessons about the energy at work. If you're still up to speed about what we're talking about so far, please let me know. If you're getting a bit of chills out of this, you're thinking it's the end of the world, you're most probably right. You know. But now, not the world outside. No. The world, the apocalypse that we've been waiting for to happen outside, it's happening on the inside. The Armageddon that is happening, it's happening on the inside. This is what the energy in you that travels through the chakras, that's what it does. It fucks everything that it does not agree with. That's why the Kundalini can make other people sick. And I hear a lot of people here, you know, all that they want to know is how do I raise it? Nobody wants to even know about the chakras. A lot of people are probably thinking, yeah, you're just wasting time, bro. Get to the meat. No, we got to build this thing up. Because you might necessarily not be the candidate now of this energy to wake up. But with that being mentioned, right now, whether you want to or you don't want to, the shit is going down. You might have started having some nightmares. How is that treating you? You know? You might have started seeing things, you know, like, how is that treating you? What's happening is, there's lights. I don't really give out types of meditation, you know, for the reason that I would like for you to give me a bit of your background so that we can start talking about what type of tools you need to use. Here's the reason why. I'll get to the sacral chakra. I need to answer this because a lot of people, you know, they're asking questions. It's going to be a bit different. If I don't finish, I'll finish it on Wednesday class. There are two ways on how you can become conscious that I know of. You probably know others. Here are the two ways on how you can become conscious. Top, down, down, top. Top, down part of becoming conscious goes on something like this. You can astral travel. You can meditate for 5 hours, you know. You can even levitate. You lucky bugger. You know, you probably can do all that shit. But now, all the skunk is in your head. Your emotional life, it's probably in shatters. You just lonesome, woke brother. You know. Because now nobody can be able to deal with you because you haven't mastered how to deal with people from the down. What is the down up? It looks on something like this. You are so empathetic. You are so connected to nature. You even think that you don't have to clean up. We love you, my sister and my brother. We love you so much. And we know that you are conscious. You probably can tell us shit about the normals. You and Babu Kredomoto, you guys are in the same WhatsApp group. By the way, that's a very powerful energy. You don't just call around that energy while you yeah. Maybe perhaps I'm biased, But I'll tell you one day in our class why I'm so biased towards Babu Credo. The down up goes on something like this. You become so selfless. You become so empathetic. That is pathetic. You don't even want to kill a fly, You don't even want to do nothing because he's so much connected to nature. But now the trick here, what I'm trying to do in that class, is to try to show you guys that we have to integrate both. You have to be in your head, but you also need to live with people. It's not always about spiritual attacks. Spoiler alert. There's nobody attacking you spiritually. It's just that your energy centers, your chakras, your ESCOMs. And when they're not right, you'll start seeing things, because remember, your chakras are a projector. They play you a movie. Hey, Valencia, how late are we now? But I'm going to be putting it on YouTube. This, by the way, is a class. My wife said I can go as long as I want to because people paid. So if you were supposed to be in a class and you were wondering what was wrong, and I know that you're using that old phone, shame. It was not its fault this time. Me and you, they were killing us for our network. It was an issue of capacity. It turns out that we can only take 15 or 16 active participants, me excluded or included, I'm not sure. Tried it on a phone, the line was clocked. We broke the internet. Bucket list, check. So what you have to do, Fontaine, is listen to your heart more. Try to align your chakras. Play around with those two colors. I said the sacral chakra is orange, the root chakra is red. The sacral chakra, it's all about, are you fully integrated in yourself? Spiritual boundaries, knowing and protecting. Yeah, very important. And don't be afraid to be lighting up some incense and some candles. Because in as much as I say that nobody's attacking you, some of the fuckers are looking out to tap out from your energy. But not physically. Thoughts. Thoughts, my friend. Thoughts. Wanna know why you judge people so much? Like me, I come here, you just wanna judge me. Maybe because I look a bit daisy. Or maybe perhaps I'm having up these crystals and you're probably thinking, ooh, I just don't like him. Why are you here? Why am I asking you that question in such an abrupt way? I'm trying to show you that the war that you think is happening outside, the judging that you think you're doing to other people, the unforgiveness that you think you're doing to other people, the pain that you think you're causing to other people, you're not doing it to other people. It's spewing out of you. You can't help but hate. Kanye West says, hate a nigger, hate a bitch, have a hater child. You can't fix that. That's a question of genetics. We speak about it next week. Let me not get ahead of myself. So, how do you meditate? What does your heart say? How many books have you read about meditation? Have you maybe perhaps checked out a 5 minutes video on YouTube before Uzaro gets on? Because when you're doing energy work, particularly with the chakras, the TV is going to fuck around with you. Hey man, You know, on this one day I'm just going to speak the whole month about the danger of TV. And I know you like it. Can we go ahead? I'll wait for you guys to comment. Joe, icon. We're here until some time. Let me just go and check if the moderator is sharp. Maybe we can push it up until 9. Who's in for that? Every time I come back, I come back different. Even for myself, it has to take a lot of getting used to myself, you know, watching myself like this. Which takes me to the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra, the importance of it is how accepting are you with yourself. On a conscious level, this is how it works. You're going to have to take your spiritual highness, your spiritual knowledge. I know a lot of you guys here know a great deal. There's a lot of people that could do what I'm doing in a very effortless way. But this is what makes the journey different. Each and every single one of ourselves have to travel their own journeys. Unfortunately, a lot of the people that are on a conscious community, they still use their religious way of doing things. What's a religious way of doing things? Tell story. Once you jump out of religion and you say you want to explore yourself, hey man, gloves are off. You know, like gloves are off. You ain't engaging with nobody, even the devil. You utter those words very, very lightly. Because you know that the devil or hell is nothing but your low state of mind. You get it from Dr. Joseph Murphy's book. So for everybody that is struggling with a little bit of knowing too much, you're going to have to ground yourself, my brother and my sister. This is what the sacral chakra does. It works with a lot of grounding. It works with a lot of water. By the way, the reason why it's called the sacral chakra, let me just give you a bit of a story behind it. This knowledge that I'm going to share, it's a little bit hidden or left out to be told. Hidden or left out to be told, they also call it the secret. Or if you want to be a little bit technical about it, you can call it esoteric knowledge. Knowledge that is likely going to be understood by a very small number of people. Why? Because we've been told that the devil exists and the devil is outside there, something that is waiting for you to fuck up and is waiting for you. And forever, you always at war, trying to hide yourself. We all know, I mean, like, the signs of masturbation. The book that I was reading, Dr. Ruth's book, Encyclopedia of Sex, the statistics that are there, they're so staggering. We're talking about 97, 98%. We all know that you do it. But why you feel guilty about it? Because you've been told that you're not supposed to be playing with that. You know? I'm not saying you should though, because it's a very dangerous thing, particularly when you're on the journey. But you need to understand, as these things happen to you, you let go of the guilt. Guilt feeds your root chakra and you're going to stay there. Sacral chakra, a little bit of a story behind it is the following. When you get born as a baby, you got more bones than when you grow up. There are some extra bones that you have, but there are 5 extra bones that are just 2 inches above your cortex, 2 inches above your root chakra. You start having these 5 bones. But as you grow up like 2-3 years, these bones start fusing together. 5 bones become 1. If you are into spiritual knowledge or you part of the 5%ers, you know, you smart niggas out of there, you might correct me, but I think I get it right. Sacral plexus or sacral chakra, which is orange in color, it was once 5 bones, they fused into 1. They also call it 50 gates of heaven. Hope you guys are ready. Oh, this was a class, by the way, so I'm taking from the notes that are prepared from the class. So if you're just learning about the chakra and you feel like this is overload, and you're like, oh my God, I thought I didn't have them. No, everybody does have them, darling. So if you like me, please follow the brother. Make it worth a while for me. This is my hustle and my side hustle. I can never say you should stop giving me money. For me, I want to do this thing for free, you know. But I mean, who am I to stop you? Like, where do I even start? You know? And I mean, like, you know, whatever, man. Go to town with that. You can listen to me while you're busy cooking as well, because I know I got some family people here. If you're still way too young, you just got your matric results and you flunked it, stick around. I'm going to show you how petty some things are compared to how big you are. It has actually gotten back to that, where we need to convince people that they're beautiful. Because social media has fucked up the whole thing. Apparently you're not supposed to be like me with crooked teeth like this and be speaking some things that I'm talking about here. I need to be in a 3-piece suit with some lightning and 5 cameras. You know, you're like, cut there, because we've been told some few things and some few things are a lie. The peace that you have to get is not the peace that's coming from the outside, it's the peace that you get from the inside. The game has changed, or the game is changing. We no longer give a fuck about how big your ass is, or how famous Komota is. We're now talking about, how do I start fixing my root chakra? You're not going to find it in the news. You're going to find it in books. By the way, here's a 3rd book on a list. The Introduction to Psycholinguistics. I told you, this one I got it for 10 Rand, by the way. I did say that I got a better hook up this side, you know. Don't mind me where I am. I'll send it to you. If you take me personally, I can be a runner for you. If you want some books. These books, they go for like 10 Rand, 5 Rand. Some of them 1 Rand. I was like, oh my word, this is such a delicacy. So if you want me to run for you, I can get them pixie to you. We can do the video call while I'm in a bookstore. the more hours I spend, the more I charge. The more books you want, the more I'm going to charge. That is if you're into reading, hard copies that is. But if you want soft copies, join in the WhatsApp group. I normally share a lot of books in there. So if you are on YouTube, you checking me out right now because somehow this video is going to find itself there. Welcome to my channel. It's a bit rough tonight because this was supposed to be the class. If you want to know more what we talk about, which is the art of healing, I don't have the methods. I don't have a belief. I don't have, spirituality. I don't have anything. All that I came here is to share some books, try to remind you a little bit, hey bruh, I know that it's tough. Also on my side, it's a bit tough, but press on. A lot of people, one day I'm going to be sharing out my story. A lot of people don't even know my story, You're looking at me and you're thinking, oh, he knows his stuff. Yeah. Let's read now. I'm reading from this one here. An introduction to psycholinguistics. A little bit of a background. What is linguistics? Linguistics is an art of language, or it's a science of language. The words that we use, or the words that I'm using right now here, they are not only words. They sound like words, but they're not only words. Every time when you get engrossed or involved in something that you love, for me it's speaking, you'll see it a lot with people that do a lot of talking or a lot of writing, for writers in here. Whatever the words that you spew on paper or the words that you utter on TikTok, example, these are what we call loaded words. According to Egyptian mythology, it's called hekau. Words of power. The Bible later on borrowed it from the Gnostics. That scripture that says, at the tip of your tongue, there's life and death. That's what that scripture says. Watch your words. You think you're negative? By the way, words are not only things that are said or audible things. Your thoughts, those are words. Remember, when you think, you don't think in blank, you think in words, right? When you think in words, what you're doing, you're having what we call a sub-vocal conversation with thyself. You talking to your ass about you, saying some nasty stuff about you. When you're doing that, your sacral chakra, it could be a little bit out of balance, because once you deal with your sacral chakra, you should fully accept yourself. Is this getting somewhere? Would you have paid for this? I know I would. Valencia, thank you for the rose. Oh, you sent so many. Woohoo! McNeil, thank you for the roses, the giftings. There's some of the people that did gift. You guys got no idea. But this thing that you're doing is like, I'm coming up with something that is a bit distinguished. Whatever that I'm saying, there's nothing new under the face of the sun. Hey man, hey, this network, but we're getting there. Let's go, let's read. So now, there's this thing that is called NLP. NLP is Neuro-Linguistic Programming. This is a program that was written by Richard Brandler. Yeah, Richard Brandler. That's the name of the oak. He wrote the program NLP. NLP, hey, for me, I look at it as dark psychology. because I look at it as dark psychology because NLP is the art of you on how to manipulate the energy. The people that are masters with NLP, they can keep your ass hooked without no reason whatsoever. These are the niggas that can sell the ice to the Eskimos, That's how good they are. And now you'll be like, I don't know, something just came over me. I mean, I had to pay him this 50 rand, And can you believe it? I mean, like, who's this guy? I'm that guy. So, be careful, please. When you start practicing NLP, don't hurt other people. Because when you hurt other people, you're creating karma for yourself. Which is going to get your ass reincarnating here. Even though you're not going to exceed 7 times. There is a code in your body. Or in your energy center or your soul. I know I'm digressing. But I think you need to hear this. Your body has it inbuilt. Reincarnation cycles until you get your shit right. Yeah, you've been here before. And I know this is very disconcerting to other people. You'll be like, Brian, you mean like I was here before? Yeah, for sure, man. Standard 3, we get taught, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. I know that hurts. Let's go ahead. If I did not finish, please book up a session so that we can take some of the things down as to how do they apply in your life. Because dreams have a lot to do with sacral chakra. Because remember, your sacral chakra is also connected with your umbilical cord. When you astral travel, I'm going to tell you guys this, and you take it or you leave it alone. When you astral travel, you do it through your navel. There's 2 books that I'm going to share with you guys, but this is going to be for people in a WhatsApp group, Clickbait. These are 2 books that I'm going to share with you guys because we now in the energy at work, We want to use this energy. Some people want to astral travel. Some people want to have astral sex. You'll be like, yeah. You'll be rocking up with succubi and succubus. Yeah, man. Yeah, let me not get naughty. Let's read. So get yourself NLP books. If you don't have, send me a WhatsApp and I'll send it to you. I'm going to read a very lengthy paragraph. Please try to catch what I'm talking about. I'll try to be as audible as possible. I'm reading from chapter 9 from this book here, Introduction to Psycholinguistics. The name of the chapter is The Language and the Brain. I'm going to go nice and slow as I read. I don't like being read to, and I know that you don't like being read to as well, but that's the only way that we can be able to do this now, Handedness is directly related to the structure and development of the brain, meaning whether you use your left hand or your right hand. This language here, it's some Anglo-Saxon stuff. Where's my book on Anglo-Saxon? But let me not digress. So it's been put together that way. The brain and the spinal cord together make up the central nervous system. I'm reading chapter 9 from this book. From the top of the spine upward at the medulla of the oblongata, the pons varoli, the cerebellum, and the cerebral cortex, meaning your cerebrum. The Greeks call it your small brain. in that order. These four major parts of the brain form an integrated whole by means of connective tissue. They're speaking about your spine and your brain, your true self. The first three are concerned with essentially physical functions, including breathing, heartbeat, transmission, and coordination of movement, involuntary reflexes, digestion, emotional arousal, etc., etc. In comparing the brains of the lower vertebrae with those of the higher vertebrae and primates, such as man and apes, the most noticeable difference is the part of the brain which developed last in the course of the evolution, the cerebral cortex, meaning your thinking brain, your prefrontal cortex, the brain that you're listening to me with right now. It's the brain that later on came to be part of you. Your prefrontal cortex is a couple of millions years old. Oh, by the way, this thing of you been here for 6,000 years, it has to go. You've been here at least for 13.5 billion years. Yeah, you're probably thinking, me too. You're like, yeah, you too, man, claim your stuff. While in fish, for example, the cerebral cortex is barely visible and is one of the smallest parts of the brain, in humans, it has increased in size and complexity to become the largest part of the brain. An introduction to psycholinguistics, 10 rands. Want to hook up with books? Get hold of me on the side. I'm not going to rub off the prices when I send them to you. I want you to keep them in your memorabilia. To show you at one stage, that's how much value we paid to information. Nothing. And the more you become ignorant, your devil is getting bigger. The devil that we need to deal with, it's not the devil when you die. No. The devil is a fucking ignorance. That is the dark monster that we need to deal with. We're sitting here where we're sitting right now because we've been told things from a second source. Let me show you how the Bible came about. I say I was not going to do this, but let me just say it quickly. The reason why there is this thing that is called the pulpit. Back then, the Bible used to be written in Aramaic, which is Hebrew, one of the most difficult languages. The Bible was later on translated to Latin by Martin Luther King Sr. The reason being, the clergies could understand the language that was used. So people that were listening to the clergy standing at the podium, these were people that could not read the Bible, not necessarily out of illiteracy. I mean, like, would you say you're illiterate now if I say, do you know French? Gonna Kosovo, you know? You're not illiterate, you're not acquainted with French. So clergies, missionaries were teaching us the Bible because they could understand it. That's why they excommunicated Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is a guy that brought you the Protestant movement. If you are a Protestant member, if you are a Lutheran or Lutheran, pay the credit where it's due. But you're not going to get it in the news. Forget. You're going to get it from people like us. I know you're probably thinking, oh, but why are you looking like this? Couldn't you have looked much better? Hey man, what you see is what you get. There's this story in the Apocryphs of the Bible. There is this guy that comes to earth, right? But now he wants to go back. Because earth is the most humiliatingly hopeless entity that you can ever live in. Oh my word. Every day you gotta cope. You know, if it's not data, it's school fees. If it's not school fees, it's uniform. If it's not uniform, it's data cost. If it's not data cost, it's CD. So if it's not CD, so it's books. If it's not books, it's your boss. If it's not your boss, it's your emana. Everything is going on all at once. So this guy came a human being and he wanted to go back, right? So he got his shit together and they gave him some rituals to perform for him to go back. But now they give him an instruction. For you to go back, you have to meet God, right? So this guy takes an astral travel and he goes to heaven or wherever way he goes. He gets there. He does it for like 7 years. Not finding this God. But he remembered. He was like, about the two moons. Now he remembered. Maybe that's where the book comes from. Now he remembers. Now I'm reading it from the books that have been taken away from the Bible. They call it the apocryphal books. These are the books that the Bible said, no, we don't want you here. Like the Gospel of Mary. The Gospel of Judas Iscariot. Judas is a case to present, but the church has said to us, don't listen to him. He betrayed Jesus. You know? But Judas has a case to plead. Let me finish up this story. So now, one day now, this guy says, okay, I remember, every time when I do this traveling, there's a prostitute that I normally pass. And all through the 7 years, there's only one thing that has remained common. This prostitute is fucking whore. Selling the body, you know. Ladies of the night. That's what we call them, right? No, my friend. This guy goes to this lady of the night, and she says, and this guy says to this lady, hey man, I've been passing you here. Who the heck are you? This prostitute says, I'm God. Hey man, this guy goes berserk. He goes out of his mind. He says, there is no way that you can be God. This prostitute says, when you go to the energy work, morale, it's not part of it. There's no good and bad in the spiritual world. All is energy. It just depends where you're holding it from now. Are you at the hot side? Or you are at the cold side? You can never be absolved of this earth's troubles, miseries, pains, love, laughters, healing. It's all the same. In this book here, this guy says, your lower vertebrae that I just mentioned, your lower self, because this guy speaks about your medulla oblongata, your highest concentration of melanin. By the way, please go get yourself Dr. Richard King. The name of the book is Original African Psychiatry. In there, Dr. Richard King speaks about black dot. Hey man, we said we're not going to be holding back. I've been given time until 9 o'clock. So, I mean, the next 25 minutes is just going to crumble and fall apart. You know? So now, the melanin, it's where Jesus is born. Or the Christo energy. Jesus was not talking about the per se. That's another different interpretation. I'm not saying you should drop yours. I'm saying take me on with what you know. And while you're at it, share books with us as Liftu, so that we can take this discussion further. I don't have arguments. I don't believe in arguments, mainly because all of us are where we're supposed to be. So if I speak about things that are blasphemous, a bit grotesque to your taste, nigga been there. I'm still going through the same shit. That's why I said, please don't believe me. If you want to take it personal, take it easy. It's not about that. It's not that game here. I love you the same, whether you carry the biggest Bible, whether you light your incense, and whether McNeil, You with your full moons. Don't get me started with full moons. Don't get me started with full moons. McNeil reached level whatever. Hey man, you're breaking the shit down. Thank you very much though. Want to be part of it? You voodoo child, you like it when I speak about that, about church like that, ne? You should not be like that. You will never go to heaven, you. You'll never go to heaven, you must hold yourself. So in case maybe perhaps you didn't manage to register yourself for the class today, you're getting it for free. But if you want to be part of the class, please register. I need to charge my modem. It's flicking there. It says off. It's going to go off anytime, so I'm going to charge it. Give me a couple of seconds, please. We're almost there. Bear with me, please. Apologies. We could not go live on that platform where classes are supposed to be hosted. We were too many, and we didn't get the overflow room packed, But we're working on those things. We might have to change the platform where I'm going to be getting everybody. So for the next 2 days, look out for my consistent amount of communications because I'm going to be sending a lot of WhatsApps. And please, even if you don't reply immediately, I'm going to be sending WhatsApps that are very instruction based, like send us some of your email details for us to send you some invites. How do you register, Ziggy? You get my numbers right here on TikTok, then you send me the WhatsApp. Then we can start speaking from there. It's 50 Rand a class. I'm going to be delivering 20 classes, right, in total, about energy at work. Once I'm done with those classes, for me, this TikTok can actually even stop. Because by then, people would have understood that claiming your divinity, it's all about healing yourself. That's how you claim your divinity. You're not going to get your divinity by changing other people. If you've been on a quest of changing your partner, how is that treating you? You're like, hey man, you gotta change. And they like, you gotta change. It's 6 and 9, baby. The shit is all the same. You gotta master the energy before you can put it to work. Every time when you're angry, you're losing energy. Every time when you're holding a grudge, you're losing energy on a perpetual basis. You carrying your traumas, you fucking around your chakras in so many bad ways. To a point whereby a lot of us are so disconnected that even hearing about spirituality tends to make African people sick, which is something that I don't understand. Did you know that before you could be westernized, did you know how mature and advanced you were? Don't you know that Wi-Fi, that I just went to charge, that Nikola Tesla, he says that there is Wi-Fi everywhere. They call it the Matrix, the great mother. Not the Matrix in a bad way. No. Matrix as well means the mother. Meter in Latin. M-E-T-Y-R. That's what it means, the mother. That's what I was trying to say in a WhatsApp group before I got broken down in the class. If you are on some journey of some sort, don't be afraid to call on your mother's energy, alive or not. Because remember, they might look dead, but they're not dead. They're looking at you like, hey boo, just call my name, just call me. You're like, hey, just call me. I'm just waiting. I'm next in line. Don't make us angry. This TikTok session is going to be until the end of time. Yeah, man. They say Jesus is coming. Isn't he here already? Isn't he here already? Let me show you something. My wife hates this outfit, by the way. Before I can get to the topic of the day. By the way, welcome everybody. If you're new here, you can follow the brother. You can do like Nziki said. You can register to the class. If you still think I'm not worth it, stick around for the next 15 minutes. We'll see if you'll forsaken those two. Because 50 rand is like 2 calls, né? And maybe a pack of cigarettes. Send it to the brother. I'm not going to send it to God though. I'm going to use it. So your expectations should be very, very low. I want to show you guys this outfit, this top. She hates it so much. And I know she's not here. I don't want to show you guys the front because you're probably going to fall off the chair. So, but I'll come wearing it, go retreating. And now, I know people that are coming to the retreat, we don't have to over-explain ourselves. We love everybody the same, from wherever you're coming from. We don't give a damn here. This is a safe space. Religious, spiritual, still looking for yourself, agnostic, gnostic, whatever that you do. They chased you away, right? At your church. They cut you off. Come here. Here I'll make you a pope. Those are positions that we have here. God is a woman and she's so black. You saw a cartoon like Jesus. That's what I was showing you. I knew that your brain is so naughty and dirty, you're going to pick something up there. So, this guy says that your lower chakras control your sex life, controls your breathing, controls your temperature, controls your fertility, controls your circadian rhythm, controls your salivary glands, controls your endocrine system, controls pretty much all your shit. So now your 3 lower chakras runs the show. But they need to be directed. How do you start directing them? By taking the energy higher. You're going to take it from the root, you're going to bring it to your sacral, you're going to bring it to your solar plexus, then you're going to bring it to your heart. Now when it gets to your heart, you're not going to pass there still having your 3rd dimension issues. You know, it's not, once you get to your heart, your flesh has to die. Meaning, your ego, your lower chakras have to be subdued by you. In the book of Genesis, it was said that everything that is on the face of the man, that's on the face of the earth, it's under dominion of man. You the shit, man. If you didn't know, or if you don't know, or if you know now, send a shout out. So if you're planning to kill yourself, not yet. Because here are the chances. You're still going to come back. Ricky Rick at some stage showed up in this travels that people do. This is the nigga when he left, and by the way, Ricky Rick is a very powerful energy. He said, I'm coming back. We don't die, we multiply. That's what he meant. So when you want to go beyond your 4th chakra, you're going to have to start embracing soft things. The first 3 chakras, they're very powerful chakras. You make children because of that low chakra. By the way, your lowest chakra, your cervix, it's housing your kundalini energy, your vital life force. Want to know what's a vital life force? Taking us to the next book. I came prepared, brothers and sisters. Which one? Let me see if this is the right one. Yeah, it's the right one. Ancient herbs and modern medicine. Ancient herbs, modern medicine. This was written by Henry Hahn, Glenn Miller, and Nancy Devil. Nice name. But this is how you write her, Devil. D-E-V-I-L-L-E. Ancient herbs, modern medicine. We're going to learn about this thing that travels through the chakras. You've been hearing about Kundalini, right? And a lot of us have said great deal about Kundalini. I got videos about the Kundalini on my YouTube, by the way. Go check them out. Don't expect any glaze and glamour there. They're exactly the same. No editing, as raw as they are, with me taking breaks and so if I get to the break part, fast forward it so that you don't get bored. I can't be teaching you everything. Here's the best book about the chakras and Kundalini. You get this book at Take a Lot. I think it goes for $250. Musa, how much did you get yours for? I bought it some time ago. I actually forgot the price. So I'm not cheapskate, eh? I also do this EFTs. Yeah. So if you want to register for class or if you just want to give me money, you can also EFT me. I'm good with that. I use Capitec for you guys. I'm going to read in here about Chi. Oh, is that how it works now? Ooh, you guys should get their room. You guys know, every time when my wife comes on here, when I blush, you tend to be picking up a bit of emotion. And all of you guys, just now people will be like, oh, it's my hobby. Oh, yeah. Oh, is it 165? By the way, these are some of the side benefits of cleaning up your chakras. You're going to start relating with yourself very well. You're going to realize how much shit you've been feeding yourself. Especially with anger, hatred, doubt, worry, stress, overreacting. L. Ron Hubbard, a Scientologist, who wrote a wonderful book. The name of the book is Dianetics. The name of the book is Dianetics. He calls it a reactive mind. If your mind is always doing this, where are you now? You're like, yeah, I'm here, but I just cannot be here. I'm thinking about tomorrow, my report. Ooh, how am I going to register for class? Something in me says I must give you my money, but ooh, I've been hurt so much. So now your brain is like that. Once you start doing the chakra work, it's going to be a bliss. Right now, the world is falling apart. People that have been doing the work, they're just watching it. You know, they'll be like, oh, the fires can't stop. What could be causing the fires? There's a book, it's just that I don't want to waste time. The name of the book is El Nino. I have it somewhere here. There's El Nino and La Nino. What is El Nino? Feminine counterpart. What is La Nino? Masculine counterpart. Right now, the earth is out of patience. Floods, rains, hail, earthquakes, strikes, incessant fires. Why? Energy is at work, my friend. Nature is showing you how much bitchy she can get. With all the hate, the anger that we've been disturbing the ionosphere. Because by the way, global warming is not the issue of cars and your black like me hair relaxer. It contributes. But the global warming, gets destroyed because of our thoughts. It's so toxic. Let's read on. 10 minutes left. So you here, do the right thing. Let's see maybe how far we can take those likes. Your giftings. I will absolve those that paid for the class, because I know you like, hi bro, I tell you how many times must we now give? Who am I to stop you? Who am I to stop you, You can see with me, I don't stop. I'm like the golden goose. I just keep on giving, just take a bit of a page out of my book. Never stop giving, but mostly to yourself. I'm reading from this book here. I don't know if you guys got the name. Ancient Herbs and Modern Medicine. I'm reading from page 16. How much did I get this one for? Do you want to see the price again? R15. Oh, by the way, if you want to pay for all your 20 classes, it will set you back grand. R1,000. So you can do that. You can see that you save. But in case I'm a scam and I run away with your money, it's probably the school fees that you came here to pay on earth. I probably would have just helped you to pay the school fees quickly to show you that whatever that you've been looking for is also been looking for you. Let's read. I'm going to be reading from chapter 1, page 16. The title is Chi. What is Chi? Chi is also known as Kundalini, Prana, Vital Life Force. 185. Yeah, we already got the answer. Yeah. So these people, they went on. I spoke about this book, and I was actually just sharing it for the emphasis because I wanted to sound smart alone. I shared it, they went and bought it. That is the work. I know, like for an example, Silas is one of the people. When you send a soft copy in a WhatsApp group, he goes on and he buys a physical copy. And some books are very expensive. I mean, I remember there was a book, I think it was The Alchemist. He wanted to go get the hard copy. I think it's $285. I mean, I sent a copy for 1 megabyte. So that's part of doing the work. So as we're sharing these things here, I'm trying to show you that it's not about sounding smart. The killer chef scale. So what you do is, when you hear me or when you're looking at me, instead of you judging how do I look, how my teeth are broken, let's try to move beyond the physicality. That is called overcoming your ego. You're now climbing from first chakra, second chakra, solar plexus. Now you are in your heart. Your heart now is asking you to do something. They call it a purpose. But you say, I don't know, what can I do? I just want to do something, but I don't know what can I do. This is when you hear people saying, I just feel, you say I should fly. Let's go there. Thank you, Mosaki Alebua. This is when you say, I have an overwhelming feeling that I love people for no reason. I'm not talking about me now, I'm talking about your journey. This is a feeling that you're going to get. But you know that people are bad, and you're going to be like, ooh, but should I trust them or should I give them? Like, not those people. What you're doing is, the moment when you deny yourself to help others, you're going back to your lower self. Hell, my friend. But the more you ask yourself those questions, you're going to stumble against something that is called purpose. What is a purpose? Here's the simplest definition of a purpose. Sharing yourself with others. I know some people define it somehow. Here's my definition. What's your purpose? Sharing yourself with others. Henry Ford, like Nandi's saying, Henry Ford once said, want to be successful? How bad? Bad. Help enough people to be successful and the rest will follow. Is that not enough? This is what Jesus said in the book of Matthew. Want to know where the kingdom of God is? You're not going to find it outside. Aye. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and everything shall be added unto you. The teaching is all the same. Whether you are Buddha, Hindu, Krishna, Shiva, whoever you are. I don't actually, quite frankly, don't give a fuck. I mean, like, my job is actually to destroy everybody's religion. You know? And I'm getting bad at it because it's not the right thing to do. But hey, man, some things have to fall. Chi. In a cosmic sense, chi is viewed as a basic substance, mass or matter, as well as energy necessary to create the physical world, which includes all living things. The rock is alive. Kevin is alive. Have you guys met Kevin? Kevin, by the way, the story also there, when you break it down, they're trying to show you Kevin means heaven. Go watch this guy the next time when you're watching the Minions and see how he behaves. He's the stupidest nigga ever. You know, you can't really write home with this guy, but that's how the Tao is. Flow with the process, my friend. Become like water. As explained by Western science, throughout the universe, mass can be converted to energy, and energy can be converted into mass. For an example, the food we eat is converted to energy, and burning wood creates the energy, heat. Food is energy. People get intimidated when you share what you know. Fuck them. From Chinese medicine perspective, Qi is a singular common bond that exists and connects all living things, thereby being able to pass back and forth and interact. What did I say to you about the level of consciousness? It goes on like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. In fact, Qi is not only the common bond between all living things, but also the commonality shared by all existence. Qi cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to one another or to another. Law of thermodynamics brought to yours truly, Isaac Newton, saying, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It only changes forms. So you don't die. The same energy that you've been using for anger, the same energy that you've been losing for sadness, the same energy that you've been losing for worrying, you can take it, change it. That is what these classes are all about. Energy at work. That was the intro. We're doing it again on Wednesday. By that time, we're probably going to be getting our stuff together. We're using a lot of data. Please be mindful. Thank you very much, Magnell. You know what you did. I'm also going to start mentioning names, you know. And if you feel like I don't mention you and you've been lighting up the whole dashboard, send me your shout out list. Definitely I'm going to be mentioning you. I mention people that I know that I've mentioned before because I know a lot of people don't want to be mentioned. You guys are already behaving rich, you know, becoming a philanthropist, and you want to remain anonymous. But hey, that's a law of attraction. That's a chakra healing. If you want to book up a session, you've got nothing to do with classes, you want to do some chakra healing, I'm the brother for you. If you want to do some reflexology, I have a book for reflexology that I bought today. We can also do that, but I do my stuff online. Unless if you want to fly me over, you know. But I'm very cheap. I can bet you that I'm very cheap. You wouldn't even break your bank, you know. For me, 100 rand for me to keep me happy for the day. It's good. Just a bottle of wine. Unless my wife obviously sends you a different invoice. In that way, I'm trying to tell you that from all the money you guys have been sending, I'm getting only 10% of it. But she's getting all the shit together. If you want to be part of the retreat, let me know. She's been helping me with logistics for the people that have contributed. But you feel like you still want to contribute more. Who am I to stop you? For the stingy people, we'll pray for you. Probably these classes, they're going to be the best thing that you need, you know. Because you're going to have to start letting that shit go. For you who still has like 2-3 microwaves, 2-3 fridges, 7 pairs of shoes that you haven't worn, that is a sign of the lower chakras taking advantage of you. You have become a hoarder, but you are not aware. Your body might have been suffering from constipation physically. It didn't start physically, it started with the things that you have. The pain that you're experiencing physically is a manifestation of your internal harmony. If you don't know yourself, in simplest way, because of the time constraints, to emphasize the point, if you don't know yourself, you fucked. See you guys on Wednesday. Oh, tomorrow I'm doing the TikTok, the 6 o'clock TikTok. I'm going to be much more sensational, you know. I'm going to be talking about this book tomorrow, Cure for All Diseases. In here we got all diseases. Let me just give you a bit of a synopsis. Breast cancer, breast sensitivity, side pain, prostate problems, heel pain, thigh pain, eye pain, toothache, warts, tapeworm, diet, incontinence, constipation, ear noises and ringing. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're going to keep it sensational, you know, to get some viewers, to get some friends. Apologize to some of the people that feel like their beliefs are being attacked. I come as a friend. If you feel attacked, go get some material and go do some reading. Which deity would you like us to take on? This I'm just going to dedicate for that. Which deity, Saida, would you like me to take on? Please, please, please. I've been waiting for somebody like you. By the way, this is a class. If it sounds a little bit like it's way over your head, this is how our classes sound like. You know, sign up. You send me the WhatsApp. My numbers are on TikTok. I've done some videos on YouTube. You can go check them out. The retreat is coming in March. We just in a bit of discussion with Christians, because the weekend that we're looking for is the weekend of Easter, which, by the way, it's the weekend that is very highly energetically charged. That's a period of the feminine energy. Some Hebrews, they call them Ishtar, which is where the Easter has been taken from. This is a period that is symbolized by the bunnies. You see the bunnies in Easter? Mythologically, that means, amongst other meanings, because mythology can mean anything. Amongst other meanings, it's a sign or a symbol of procreativity. For some reason, this period of Easter is known as a very highly libido-charged period. Why? What controls libido? Your lower chakra. When you are in Easter period, you're supposed to be using that energy to propel. Who controls Easter? Let me see. From the African spirituality, by the way, for the people that are new to the concept of deities, and some of them are like, who aren't those things ghosts? You know, if you are still like that, rewind this video, go check it out. Ghosts are nothing but fabrications of your mind. Saida, please tell me the date that you want me to talk about, or should I just go in general? Oh, by the way, in African spirituality, just a little bit of 101. There's this discussion between monotheism and polytheism. Monotheism is one God, one shit. Polytheism is we like. So, this one God also controls the trees. So this one God of yours also controls the thunder, Shango. According to the Yoruba tradition, the Lord, or the masculine concept, which we call the God. The feminine concept, by the way, is called the goddess. So us as Africans, we were like, no, bruh. I mean, it's like there's a clip of Shaka Zulu. Oh, I love it so much. Every time when I watch that clip, I mean, I laugh my ass off. It goes on something like this. Go find it out for yourself. It goes on something like this. There's this missionary that comes to tell Shaka Zulu about Jesus Christ, right? So this white guy says, oh, this poor guy. He says to Shaka Zulu, hey man, do you know that we got Jesus and he's a king of kings? So Gibson Genti Shaka Zulu goes on something like, who's this king of kings of yours? Does he know Shaka? He cannot be the king of kings because Shaka is the king of kings. That clip can change your life. Kind of what we're looking at. We're looking at March, right? March falls under the date that I'm looking for, because I was looking for the 29th of March. Hey, thank you very much for the giftings. You shouldn't have asked me that question. Now I should be out here on TikTok. Now you are. Do you know how delicious mythology is? Whew. But you cannot understand mythology with your logic brain. Mythology, these are poems. They can only be understood by your right-hand brain. Your left-hand brain is a logic brain. It's a male brain. 5%. No. 2%. The shit is happening here. Right-hand brain. Your mother. This is where you understand poems from. You're like, ooh, you know Shakespeare, bruh. You know Khalil Gibran. This is how you understand it. The poets, they find it easy to tap into the spirituality because they're not logical. So if you're a poet, or if you got something for poetry, you're right on track. And for you guys who don't give a damn about poetry, you know, go back to high school and get yourself this book. This is Macbeth by Shakespeare. Maybe we might try to save you, eh? So, if you're starting with mythology, African science, African calendar, please get yourself this calendar. They sell it on Great Empire of Khmer. I'm not really affiliated with them that much, but it's a good movement. I mean, like, I fucks around with Kulu Singis. I mean, he drops it down like it's hot. And you can get it. You can find them on YouTube. You can find them on Facebook. If you want their numbers, please let me know. Christ, hey man, we're crossing all the bridges, eh? But I'll tell you why I'm talking about this in the class, or like this. There are multiple things that you have to be cautious of when you're doing energy work. Don't rush it. How long is it going to take? I don't know. Go read Malcolm Gladwell. The name of the book is Outliers. In that book, Malcolm Gladwell speaks about the concept of 10,000 hours. That is a very spiritual book. let's speak about March, right? March, according to the African calendar, by the way, this does not correlate with your Gregorian calendar or your day-to-day calendar or almanac that you know. This has been taken from the very first zodiacal sign that you know. According to the research that has been done by Egyptologists, anthropologists, and CHAKRAS teaching, even though I still have issues with him, but at some point, don't rule him out completely. Like anybody, don't rule anybody out. Read and listen. Don't only read things that you agree with. You're not going to go anywhere that way. Yeah, the outliers. I think I once said it in a WhatsApp group. Go read that book. So what happens is, with this Kundalini story, you need to read a lot so that you can know. And now you need to follow your heart, because if you're not guided by your heart, let me say you get a spiritual bug by jumping on somebody's TikTok live. It's not the same as it begoning from you. From you, it will make more sense. From somebody, it won't. With that being said, spirituality is not about who says I should meditate, who says I should do the yoga, what crystal should I wear, what color incense should I light. And for you who think you're right where you are, yes, you're right. For you who think you're wrong where you are, yes, you're wrong. You know? So this is not about convincing other people, it's about convincing your ass. This period, the 29th of April, it's controlled by Oset and Osar. Who's Osar and Oset? These two names might not sound familiar, but you might have heard of Isis and Osiris. Isis, Oset. Osar, Osiris. Who's Isis? Hey niggas, we're gonna have to go long for this. Hey! You know, who is Isis? Isis is a great mother. The matrix that you're talking about, that is Isis for you. Who is Isis? Isis is your subconscious brain, according to Egyptian mythology. Isis is an Egyptian deity or goddess. Isis is a negative manifestation of Osar, who is Osiris. When I say negative manifestation, does not mean small. No. Osar answers to Isis. Osiris answers to Isis. Isis is the mother of Horus. You want to know where you get your hours from? You want to know where you get your horoscope from? You want to know where you get your astrology from? You want to know where you get your astral traveling from? Do you want to know where you get your healing from? Do you want to know where you get your magnetic energy from? Isis, the great mother. So somebody who was asking me about, do I speak about spirituality as well? Yeah, we can go to the Persians. You want us to go to the Greeks? You want us to speak about Dionysus, the god of wine? Do you want us to go to the Yoruba tradition? What I'm trying to say is this. All these things are nothing but systems to use your energy. You don't necessarily have to leave any religion to join the other one. You want to go to church? Go to your temples. Your church is here. Goodbye.